Hello, this is me, JG Janesad, and I'm playing a TRLE called Dream for Revelation. So we start off in this whole recreation of the end of Tomb Raider 4. I don't know why they didn't just use a clip from the cutscene of Tomb Raider 4 right at the end when Lara is seemingly killed. It's a bit of a long-winded thing, you can't skip this. Dreaming for a Revelation, that's what it is. And this TRLE is okay, it's interesting in its ideas, but it's a bit annoying to play. I'll have to run apparently on this bit. It's an interactive cutscene or something. Okay, so it's a bit weird, you've got to do this thing, you've got to run Lara up here. And then this is like the very end of the Tomb Raider 4. It's a bit greasy. Don't know, this is annoying because it doesn't show you very much.
Quickly, girl, before it collapses around you.
You back, Werner? No more said.
No time. Your hands.
Of course he's standing still, that's quite funny. It's a nice effort, but it doesn't really... For my money, I think they should have just used the cutscene at the end, because it's not really showing you anything you already know. Which is... Never mind. Okay. I could have done maybe a bit more with that, but never mind. You can't skip this, it's a bit annoying. Best thing to do is save after it's finished, and then you don't have to keep watching it over and over. Right, so it loads us into this thing. There's a whole scene with these clouds, because Lara is now apparently dead, or we assume she's dead, and so she's having a dream, or she's been knocked unconscious, or something like that. So we find ourselves in this white space, and the camera's in front of us. Now we can follow Lara as normal. There's a door here. This is where it goes back into kind of a conventional, sort of conventional level. What we've got here is a room, seemingly made of ice or something. Loads of levers, and of course if you pull the wrong one, you get set on fire, and only one of them can open the door at that end there. There's a thing over there like a sundial, but it doesn't do anything. You can get to it on the top there, but there's a door here, so we push this Lara. This one was alright, and then I got about halfway, I got stuck. I had a look at the guide, and the guide didn't really help me very much. It's like that thing where somebody writes the guide, and then it's not the person who did the level, and they don't explain it too well. Going here, there's some humour in this level.
Oh, thank God. I was about to bust.
It's just a toilet, it's somebody's idea of a joke. We get at this, it's like a map of these switches, or an explanation, clue. Switch puzzle solution, third row from the front, far left. So what you find is, there's front row, that's 1, 2, this is the third row, this is the left side here. Hold this, Lara. Right, now that opens a door. And because it's a dream, you have to remember this is all... doesn't make any sense. If you try and find out why things are the way they are, it's just a dream, it's not really going to make any logical sense. So we come to this area here. We've gone from what looks like snowy mountains into a jungle, Tomb Raider 3. Climb up this thing, this leads to an area. There's a fun bit with a massive Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I found it very annoying because the camera does a really annoying thing, and you think, oh, this is very annoying, Lara. It's not that the level is really hard, it's they've hidden a lot of things that you have to do, and it's like, makes it really annoying. Right, we need to just run, jump through this gap. We get a camera thing here, and this is like it's a really annoying section. There are prompts to save in the difficult parts, But I had a lot of trouble with this. Now there's a thing you can do on this section here. What we need to do is there's some flares. There's not much pickups in the whole level, to be honest. Is it here? There we are. Do need these occasionally because it is quite dark in part. Right. Go over here. Now, I will follow the level builder's advice and I will save. Okay. We get to run down here. Tyrannosaurus will follow, and what I've done... what you can do is you can run right to the end, but the camera's in front of Lara, so you can't see what you're doing. There's a pool of water and then a big pit. And the pool of water you can jump in and get out, but you can't see what you're doing. And then if you run down into the pit, you fall and you die. And if you get caught by the Tyrannosaurus, it kills you, or takes most of your health away. And you have to go up a ladder, and then you're under pressure to get up the ladder, and there's nowhere to stand, and you slide down into a new section. If you don't grab hold of another wall on the way down, you fall down and you're killed, so you have to be careful. But what I found a workaround, so what you can do here is do this, run like this, go into the pool of water and stay there, and then the camera, after about 10 seconds, it will give you back control of the camera, because it doesn't do it until the end, till you've got over the halfway across there's like a walkway over this pit. Now the Tyrannosaurus is pretty stupid. Am I underwater? There we are. Lara, go in the water. Sometimes, it's probably not going to do it now. The Tyrannosaurus will glitch out and it will get stuck. Where is it? I can't see it now. Otherwise it will chase you across here. It probably won't bloody glitch now. Where's it gone? It's disappeared. Where's it gone, Lara? Where did it go? It did a thing the other day, yesterday. Oh, there it is. It gets stuck over the pit, which is funny. It just locks. Otherwise it will chase you and either knock you down the hole, grab hold of you, or just take away half your health off you. And there it is. Because the AI is not very good, there's a glitch there, so just go in the water. Otherwise you'll just fall down the hole and you're under pressure to get over here. And the point of doing that thing where you wait for it to go funny is you can save here. Which was not the intention of the level builder, because this Tyrannosaurus can come over here. And then you're trying to get at the ladder, and of course this next section, slide down a thing, but if you don't grab hold of a thing at the end, you fall straight into this room. And if your health's very low, actually it'll kill you if you've got full health anyway. So you go, oh no, I've got to do it all over again, which I got very annoyed at. The camera's so silly on that. Right, slide down here. Jump, grab that. It does this thing, and you can't see what you're doing. So what we need to do is we need to go right to the bottom of this ladder. Okay, hang us until Lara won't go any further. Drop down. Takes a bit of health. We've got a health pack. This area is a kind of a church area. A lot of it's for show. Pick that up, Lara. There's a health pack there in case you needed it. There's this guy who appears in the... Oh, by the way, this is all for show. This can't do anything with that. I don't know what that is. Is that a reference to something? I don't know. There's this guy, this Pierre-Yves guy from 2 Minute 4. He's the guy who helps you out before you go to the... I think it was... there's an underground bit where on the coastal village or the coastal thing. It's very difficult. Now this section was very cryptic to me. I didn't get it. Okay. There's a graveyard. And basically I was stumped by this. I thought, I don't know what you got to do. Yes, I knew there was a door here. You have to get open. And then there's another area here. I don't think you can get into there because when I played it yesterday and got through, it didn't go over there. You could end up going to a different area, and that could be... What you can do is... Lara, get up here. There's just some flares up here, I want to pick them up. This is very sad music playing, and it keeps repeating. All the time you're stuck in this whole area, and I couldn't work out what I had to do. And what confused me further was there's a... I'll just show it, because it doesn't hurt to show it. There's a hole in the floor. Lara just jumped down here. This was confusing because this is a bit annoying. It's the kind of thing I don't like in TRLE levels is they put things in games and there's no point to them. There's no reason. I don't know what this is for unless I'm missing a secret. Most of the secrets on this level, there's about 3 of them. They're just clues. They don't give you anything. It's just a room with like things in it, like crypts, like sarcophaguses or something. And there's objects on them. I don't know what they are. They could be pickups. I don't know how you get into there. I don't know where that is. This doesn't do anything, that's just some other thing they put there. So I don't know what that is. That confused me. And I spent about, must have been 20 minutes jumping up and down, running around, not knowing what I've got to do. And what confused me further, which I will show it here, I've got plenty of time, is you can climb onto this wall and jump over here. There's a save prompt there, I'll do that in a minute. And go over here. And I thought, oh, you got to go over here? And Lara can't jump off the side of the world. But it's like, I don't get it. There's this whole area next to the church. There's no point to it. It doesn't do anything. That thing over there, let's just remember what that might be, because later on in the game, I think that might be something to do with the way the level's built. That thing there, I don't know what it is. But later in the game, I'll go back to that. We'll talk about that in a bit. The way the level's built, it's all one thing, I think. There's no level transitions where it loads. So this is pointless. This area here is pointless. Oops, Lara. And then you can jump over to there. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, you can actually. What am I doing? No. Lara, Lara, Lara. You can get onto here, and you can go down behind this wall, but you can't get out. And I thought, oh, you got to go down there, and it's just a big kind of space, but you can't get out. It's like the behind the scenes. I don't know why, but you can't get through there. So that confused me. The hole in the ground confused me. I thought maybe you have to stand on these. I wasn't sure. So I didn't see it, but there's a thing. Lara, where is it? It's a bit of a clue with this ground bit going up. Is it here, Lara? There's a hole in the hedgerow here. I didn't see this. I thought, okay, right. The guide writer doesn't make hardly any sense. I'm like, what? Just climb up the wall. I thought, where? What wall? In fact, if we get the compass out, who would that be? That would be, is that west? I don't know what that is. Go to here. Oh, the door opens. It's another clue. Basically,
I was about to bust.
the best thing you can do here, actually, is save here. Because you can't take the map with you. Right, that's where you got to go. So basically, if we say that the big square at the top is where we got into this space here, and then, thank you, Lara, then the bottom one is near where the save sign is. So basically, when you step on the third one on the right, jump across to the bottom one, jump onto the one above it, across to the middle, and then to the bigger slab, and that opens the door in the corner. So if you don't know what you're doing, save here, and then, Lara, because that's a son of a gun, that kind of got me. I was like, hang on a minute, what? Right, so the idea is you go to the save sign, and what you do is, just in case you mess it up, you don't have to reload. Nothing happens. I thought skeletons would climb out the bloody floor. No, they don't. Right, so this is the first one that we have to be on. Be aware that Lara doesn't stop walking if you go to the edge using the walk button. So you can end up walking off and ruining it. Just jump across. It's a bit this is very cryptic. I was like, hang on a minute, I don't get any of this. It's very difficult to work out. There, it does that, and it's not timed as far as I know. I was very annoyed at that, because that area over there is like, oh, that's interesting, but I don't think you can go there. Right, what are we doing, Lara? What are we doing? What's here? This goes to... where does this go, Lara? Oops, where are we going? What are we doing? I'll just light a flare. Again, those flares are fairly useful because it is quite dark. Okay, Lara, it does get very much more infuriating and very, very annoying. Right, there's some water here. I don't know where we are. Again, I don't think this relates to that area that we saw through the hole in the wall and the ground. I don't know what that's about. That reminds me of a Doom level where there's a little window and then there's a room full of like platforms or pillars or something. And you can't get into it. It's one of the early Doom, I think it's the first Doom game. Lara. Lara, going? Where are we going? Are we going up? This is confusing me a little bit, Lara. So go down, Lara. This whole level, it's interesting and some very good ideas, but it's really difficult. I don't... Right. What are we doing? Oh, she must have picked up the... I thought she dropped the flare. Right. Did we go through here, Lara? I have to say, this is very silly. Right. This is very clever. I will say, just to be on the safe side, what we do is, we're in Lara's home, but we're only in the bedroom. It looks like Tomb Raider 2 era mansion rather than Tomb Raider 3. Tell by the fireplace, the carpets. We can't get out of the room to look at the manor. They've just reproduced this one room. We can't get through the door. This is where it gets very, very annoying and very silly and very irritating. The place where we go to here, and we fall into the shower, and there's this whole sequence with a plane, some islands, and it's showing you basically this. There's like a little structure in the middle of the island that we need to go to, which is where we have to drop down to from the plane of all things. Keep saving, I do apologise, I don't want to keep getting stuck on this. Right, we're on a plane, and it looks like that guy from Tomb Raider 3's plane, Lieutenant Tuckerman's plane or something, it looks like that. Now, I was like going, what do I do? There's no time limit on this as far as I know. There's an engine outside. Yeah, what you got to do is shoot the engine, and it opens the door over there so we can get on the roof. Yeah, that's crazy. Now, if you try and jump off, I'll just show what happens if you try and jump off. This happens. It's really weird because the ground is like really tiny, as if you're meant to look at it from like very high up, but it doesn't move with Lara. So it looks like the trees are tiny. It's quite funny. So yeah, what you got to do is shoot the bloody engine, and this is like the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I know it's a dream. And give it like some crazy credit for that. Everything starts shaking about. It never crashes as far as I know, which is quite funny. So this starts shaking about. It's very annoying. Lower, lower, lower. Come on, jump, Lara. Ugh. If it was real, yeah. You can say, yeah, if it's a dream, then yeah, it would have this ridiculous logic about it. Now remember where we were in the graveyard and there was that side bit we climbed up and there was that thing in the sky that looked all sparkly? I think, showing me that as a clue, I think that the way the level's built, that sparkly thing is this engine. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that. It could be that. I don't know if that is. I might be wrong. The way that they built level, it could be that the graveyard's over there somewhere, and it's all kind of joined up, but whatever. This part was very difficult. Again, I will say. Now, I had a lot of trouble with this. Now, what you have to do is, we're facing this way, backwards to where the tail of the aeroplane is. Now, this is very annoying. I did this about 10 minutes, and I got very irate over it. You have to jump in a specific place to trigger a kind of camera that looks over a pool of water. So if I do this, right, I'm probably going to get it wrong. Often you should just fall down to the bottom. You get this. Now, Lara's falling and I couldn't get her to land. You got no control. She breaks her neck and dies. The camera is the wrong way round from where you're jumping. So the top of the picture here is where Lara's coming from, not the bottom of the picture. So what you have to do is, you think, oh, I've got to get Lara to kind of invert as she jumps. What you can do is, you have to jump as far forward as you can, because if you press space on the way down, you see the pull from the other way around, from Lara's perspective, basically. So you do that, and you push as far. No, I've done it wrong. You have to kind of nail this spot in mid-air, otherwise it doesn't trigger the camera. This is very annoying, this whole section here. So basically, what I found was, after, I'm probably not going to get it straight on this one. Run, jump, get the thing. She's not doing it now. This is why I hate this level, because it's like, ugh. Can we do it from here, Lara? If we can jump off and press the wrong button now. Okay, let's try it from here. Maybe we can do it from here. Run, jump, do a kind of a thing like that. No, she's not doing it. Ugh, Lara. This will let you land Lara in a pool of water. So, I can't get it bloody right. Do that. No, she's not doing it. Ugh. I have to get the camera to trigger while I'm in mid-air, otherwise she'll just fall down to the bottom. It's like, they didn't think this one through, did they? Do that, and push her as far forward as you can. and she should land in the water. Now that took me about 10 minutes, and I had to look at the guide, and the guide didn't help me, because when you're on the way down, tell you what I'll do, I'll show in a thing, the previous one. If you jump, just as the, I didn't do it, I should have done it on the way down. If you jump and press space, you'll see Lara, as it's not always straightforward to even get her to do that. You get this perspective, and so we're seeing the whole thing the opposite way around, so that's what I'm trying to explain there. You need to jump as far forward as possible, and then she'll land in the water, so that's very difficult, and it wasn't explained. The camera's basically back to front, because Lara's jumping from, you can sort of see the plane, from sort of this way round, rather than that way round. So yeah, it confuses the falling. Right, so we got down to this awful area. There's a guy over here around in this maze, and I think it's Winston. I'm not sure. Come on, Lara. So this is very annoying. So because it keeps doing things with cameras and cutscene or flybys, and you can't cancel them. So I have to keep saving after they happen, so I don't just keep going through them. Lara will save. Save. The best thing about this is you can save. I just basically went round the corner. I just go around the till I find the edge, and then I try and follow the boundary of the edge of the maze around till we meet this guy. I think it's Winston, to be honest. This leads to a staircase in a very, very annoying section, which did my head in. Probably meet this guy in a minute. Lara. We've got to go towards this structure, I think. Probably gonna get lost in here now. Oh, there it is. Are we there? Are we back at the beginning? I am back at the beginning. Damn it! I didn't do that in practice. Paul, and then we're running around in a maze. What? You've lost your bloody mind, I swear. Are we there, Lara? If you meet the guy, oh, here we are. If you, are we? Is this the thing, Lara? Oh, I thought there was a staircase. What? There was a staircase. What the heck? I didn't do this. This must be another way in then. Oh damn, where am I going? Lara. I didn't go this way. Oh, I don't know. There must be two ways. Oh, it's a guide.
I was about to bust.
Follow the concrete sound. Oh, it's a clue. What's the sound? Is that a kind of a frontage of a house? I don't know. Oh, this is going on forever. I'm going to have to edit this down. The concrete sound. Is that in the I don't know. Taking the ski on or the scion. Just put a maze in the way. Some fire, some ropes, a slope. Oh, there he is. Some git. Shoot him. Doesn't do anything, this guy. I think it's supposed to be. It could be Vernon Core, actually. Don't know. Oh, he's dead. Doesn't drop anything. Oh, I'm never going to get out of this maze, Lara. Wait a minute, is it? Wait a minute, Lara. Oh, man. This is getting on my nerves. Definitely did it better yesterday, and I can't seem to find my way through this ridiculous, badly thought out, poorly implemented maze. What a very, very amateurish gameplay device they've employed. That's the beginning, isn't it? Isn't it? Have we found it? We found it? Yes, here it is. Bloody hell, that took too long. Right, so what we're doing here is... Lower. Right, this is where it gets very stupid. It took too long, that did. Right. This bit of the game, I didn't like this bit of the game at all because... I'll tell you what, I'll stop here and I'll be back in part 2.